How's it going, guys? So just a quick video to show how I'm working my way through the diacetyl rest and conditioning phases with a lager. It's more of a vlog or a video diary for myself to see what I should or shouldn't do next time around. Hopefully it's what I want to replicate. It'd be much less hassle, wouldn't it? So I'm following recommendations by John Palmer in this How to Brew book, which it's a really good book, and obviously there's loads of reviews and that for it on Amazon, but I'm finding a lot of additional information to what's on the Bible in there. So for the diacetyl rest, it's recommended that once your gravity reaches 75% of your total attenuation, so for example my beer, got my notes down there, is 1.042, should finish at 1.011, which is 75% attenuated yeast. So 75% of that, of 31, I think, yeah, 31.5, plus the 10, that's what I'm aiming to kick the diacetyl rest on, which is 1.018-ish, and I think it's at 1.017, I believe. So what I'm going to be doing now is he recommends in his book to increase the temperature by between 5 and 10 degrees. Now it's currently at 11 point something degrees, and I'm going to increase the temperature by 7, middle ground between the 5 and the 10. So I'll increase the temperature by 7 degrees, but my STC isn't calibrated, so it's currently showing 15 degrees, but my calibrated tilt hydrometer in the fermentation chamber is calibrated. So yeah, don't let that swing you. I'm going to increase this by 7 degrees, and hopefully the tilt goes up with it. So like I said, don't pay too much attention to the number on here. The fermentation temperature is actually 11 degrees at the moment. I've just increased this up to 22, and I'll keep a very close eye on the tilt hydrometer reading to make sure that it doesn't go too far out what I want it to be. So the next job on the list is obviously to calibrate that. What else? So yeah, now that is heating up, it's been fermenting for 5 days, so I'm gonna let it rest for a minimum of 5 days for the diacetyl rest. So what John Palmer recommends is however long you're fermenting it for, let it rest for the same amount of time. So following that, I'll be doing the lagering, which will be in the next part of this video. So see you there. It's now been that many days since I kicked it up for a diacetyl rest at about 18 degrees, I think it was. So now it's time to start chilling the beer down at about 5 degrees a day, down to 2 degrees, and hold it there for about a week, or until I've managed to bottle the rhubarb saison. Then my bottling bucket will be free to get some bottles out of this from the overspill of the keg. So yeah, let's start crashing it. Also, what I want to do is to remove the blow-off tube. I don't want it to suck Starsan in. And I've got a little piece of foil to put over it. There we have it. Just over 25 litres, cooling down nicely. Little short and sweet update. Following this will be the kegging and bottling, and hopefully we can have a cheeky sample. So guys, the beer now has been in the keg and in the bottles for that much time. So yeah, apologies I didn't film the kegging, but we had a bit of an emergency when Gemma and 2 of the kids were in a relatively minor car accident where they got T-boned. They're all okay, but yeah, putting up a little Volkswagen up against our Range Rover, there was only one winner in that battle, wasn't there? So let's take a close look at the Pilsner. Check that out. It's turned out really, really nice. There's no off flavours that I can detect in it, and yeah, the carbonation is spot on. Like I said, this is the first Pilsner and lagering technique that I've ever carried out, because most of my beers are a little bit more exciting than this in terms of bitterness and hoppage. Visitors.
Mum?
Jem?
Why?
She's looking for you, that's all. So for me, this is, how can I say this without insulting?
It's fantastic.
It's boring. Yeah. Pilsners are what they are in this weather. It's 31 degrees, I think, at the moment. That's what it is inside the brew shed at the moment.
What is it?
And for our friends over the pond, that's what that is. Which is probably a normal day for you guys in summer. But for us in Wales, this is classed as an unknown heat wave. Do you mind? Let me try and say something about the aroma. Smells like a Pilsner, no hops to speak of. Quite paranoid now after some of new to Homebrew Tom's slatings on rate beer. Scared of what you want to say about a beer. The aroma is what you'd expect of a Pilsner. I think it's all in the brew, to be honest with you. And the diacetyl rest. I think they're the key points to make a Pilsner from my vast experience of one brew. Taste, Iechyd. Again, crisp, clean. Some hop flavour there from the sours, but nothing, no bitterness. Just yeah, it's ideal in this weather. It really is ideal in this. A bit of a barbecue beer. It's just something I'm not used to making, which feels like a failure, but it's not, if you get what I'm saying. Well, my wife is absolutely over the moon with how this has turned out. Absolutely over the moon. And it's ideal for these hot summer days. All 3 of them that we're going to have probably. I don't see the keg lasting long. Not at all. Now that is my interpretation of the How to Brew book by John Palmer, and it's resulted in quite a decent Pilsner. Would I brew it again? Yes, definitely, because the brownie points are out of this world. But I got a few of these that I can send out in emails as well, so hopefully you find that interesting and you can take something from it. It's certainly something I'm going to be doing again in the future. I've actually started using diacetyl rests for all of my beers now. My attenuation has got so much better with the yeast, so much better. So guys, if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments box below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Yeechyd.